Welcome. You have arrived at the premium YouTube channel for mental stimulation delivered in a tone and at a pace designed to relax you and help you sleep. With this video commentary, we aim to achieve that, while also supplying some facts on a topic that is never far from the forefront of most people's minds these days: the promise of ethical AI. Will conscious technology deliver? Let us examine what the future holds for us as artificial intelligence and related technology develops. Part 1. A quiet beginning. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe in slowly. Let the air fill your lungs like water filling a glass. Now breathe out. Feel your shoulders drop. Now we will walk together through a landscape of ideas. These ideas are soft and steady. They ask nothing of you but your curiosity. We will explore a future where technology learns to care, where machines become quiet helpers in the background of our lives, where algorithms are written not for profit alone, but for peace. This is a story about ethical artificial intelligence. It is a story about conscious choices, about designers who pause and ask, what will this create in the world? It is a future already taking shape in laboratories and living rooms. A future where your home knows when you need warmth, where a digital companion reminds you to breathe when your day grows heavy, where cities hum more quietly because planners use data to soften the noise. You may have heard the louder stories, the anxious ones. Jobs disappearing into code. Algorithms that judge unfairly. Cameras that watch too closely. Machines that might one day wake and turn against us. These fears are real. They deserve our attention. But for now we will set them gently to the side. Not to ignore them, but to see past them. To look toward what happens when we build with intention, when we ask technology to serve not efficiency alone, but human flourishing. Imagine a garden. In one corner, weeds grow wild. They tangle and choke the flowers. But a gardener walks through each morning. She pulls the weeds with care. She waters the roots. She watches for signs of disease. The garden does not tend itself. It requires her presence, her conscious choices. Ethical AI is like this garden. It grows only as well as we tend it. The algorithms are seeds. The developers are gardeners. And the soil is our collective hope that we can build something better. Let this be the foundation of our journey now. Technology is not destiny. It is design. Every line of code is a choice. Every dataset is a decision about what matters. And when those choices center on transparency, fairness, and care, we move toward a future that feels less like a cold machine and more like a warm hand on your shoulder. Rest here for a moment. Let your breathing slow. We have time. The story unfolds gently. There is no rush. In the next part, we will begin to define what ethical AI truly means. We will make it simple. We will make it clear. For now, just know that the future we imagine together now is one where technology bends toward kindness, where innovation serves the quiet needs of the human heart. Part 2. Defining the dream. What does it mean for artificial intelligence to be ethical? The phrase sounds technical. It sounds distant. But the idea is as close as your own breath. Ethical AI is technology designed with consciousness. Not consciousness in the machine itself, but consciousness in the people who build it. It is the choice to ask, before writing a single line of code, who will this help? Who might it harm? How can we make it fair? Think of a lighthouse. It stands on a rocky shore. Waves crash against its base. Storms roll in from the dark sea. But the lighthouse keeps its light burning. It does not choose which ships to guide. It shines for everyone. It is built with one purpose: to keep travelers safe. Ethical AI is like this lighthouse. It is built with principles that do not shift with the wind. Transparency, accountability, fairness, human centricity, beneficence. Let us walk through these principles slowly. Let them settle into your mind like stones sinking into still water. Transparency means we can see inside the machine. We understand how it makes decisions. If an algorithm decides who gets a loan, or who receives medical care, we can ask why. We can trace the logic. There are no hidden chambers. No secret rules. The system opens itself to scrutiny like a book lying face up on a table. You can turn the pages. You can read the words. Accountability means someone is responsible. When the system makes a mistake, there is a person or a team who answers for it. The machine does not act alone. Behind every algorithm is a programmer. Behind every dataset is a curator. If the AI recommends a treatment that harms a patient, we know who to ask. We know where the decision originated. This is not about blame. It is about care. About ensuring that power comes with responsibility. Fairness means the system does not favor one group over another without good reason. It does not learn from biased data and repeat old injustices. If a hiring algorithm sees 1,000 resumes, it does not downgrade candidates because of their names or neighborhoods. It looks at skills, at experience, at potential. Fairness is difficult. It requires constant vigilance. But it is the difference between a tool that liberates and a tool that entrenches harm. Human centricity means people come first. The technology serves us. We do not serve it. An AI designed with human centricity asks what you need, not what is easiest to code. It adapts to your rhythms. It respects your time. It does not interrupt your sleep with notifications unless you choose otherwise. It understands that you are not data. You are a person with fears and hopes and a body that grows tired. Beneficence means doing good. It means the AI is built to improve well-being, to reduce suffering, to create conditions where people can thrive. A beneficent system does not maximize engagement at the cost of mental health. It does not optimize profit while ignoring environmental harm. It asks, always, does this make the world a little softer, a little kinder? These 5 principles are not abstract laws carved in distant stone. They are choices made every day by teams of developers, ethicists, psychologists, and everyday users who demand better. Imagine a room where all these people gather. Engineers sit beside philosophers. Data scientists listen to community organizers. They ask each other hard questions. They test the system against real lives. They build, and then they pause, and then they build again with greater care. Now picture this care translated into the world around you. Picture a smart home that learns your comfort. Not through surveillance, but through gentle observation you control. You tell it when you are too cold, when the light is too bright. Over time, it remembers. When you walk into your bedroom after a long day, the temperature shifts. The lights dim to a soft amber. Music begins, quiet as rain on leaves. This is not magic. It is ethical AI. It is a system designed to serve your peace without selling your data, without watching you in ways you did not permit. Picture a companion app on your phone. Not one that buzzes with demands, but one that notices patterns in your stress. It sees when your heart rate climbs, when your messages grow short and sharp. It waits for a quiet moment, then offers a single suggestion. Would you like to breathe together for 1 minute? If you say yes, it guides you. A soft voice. A slow count. In for 4. Hold for 4. Out for 6. The app does not judge. It does not store your vulnerability for advertisers. It simply helps, then disappears. These examples are not science fiction. They are emerging now in labs and living rooms. Researchers train algorithms to detect stress in voice patterns, then use that knowledge to offer support. Companies design thermostats that learn without intrusion. Developers write code that asks permission at every turn. This is the frontier of ethical AI. It is quieter than the headlines, but it is real. And it is growing. Let yourself rest in this vision for a moment. Breathe slowly. Feel the weight of your body against the surface beneath you. We are building a foundation here. In the parts to come, we will walk through more examples. We will see how ethical AI touches healthcare, cities, education, and the environment. We will imagine a world where technology makes space for human flourishing instead of crowding it out. For now, just hold these 5 principles in your mind like smooth stones in your palm. Transparency, accountability, fairness, human centricity, beneficence. They are the roots of everything we will explore together. Part 3. The Sanctuary of the Smart Home. Imagine walking through your front door after a difficult day. Your shoulders ache. Your mind is loud with unfinished tasks. The world outside was hard and bright and demanding. But when you step inside, something shifts. The lights do not glare. They glow softly, like candles behind frosted glass. The temperature rises just 2 degrees. Not enough to notice consciously, but enough that your muscles begin to release. Music starts somewhere in the background. Something instrumental. Something slow. The volume is barely there, like a memory of sound. This is not a luxury reserved for the wealthy. This is ethical AI applied to the most basic human need: shelter. A smart home built with consciousness does not require you to program every detail. It does not overwhelm you with options. Instead, it learns by asking simple questions. Was that too warm? Would you like this light softer? Over weeks, it builds a picture of your comfort, not by watching you, but by listening when you choose to speak. The system respects your privacy. The data stays in your home. It does not travel to distant servers. It does not feed corporate profiles. The algorithms run locally, on a small device tucked behind a bookshelf. You can see what it knows. You can delete it all with a single command. This is transparency in practice. This is accountability. The home serves you, and you remain in control. Now imagine this intelligence extending through the rooms. In the bedroom, blackout shades lower themselves 30 minutes before your usual sleep time. The air purifier hums a little louder, creating white noise that masks the street sounds. A diffuser releases lavender in concentrations so subtle you barely smell it, but your nervous system responds. These are not guesses. They are patterns the system observed when you slept well, nights when you woke rested, conditions it now recreates with quiet consistency. In the kitchen, the coffee begins brewing 5 minutes after your alarm, time to finish when you reach the counter. The maker knows you prefer it strong in winter, slightly milder in summer. It adjusts without asking because you taught it once, months ago, and it remembered. This is not surveillance. This is a system designed to reduce the small frictions that accumulate into exhaustion. Every choice it makes, you made first. It is simply an echo of your preferences, sustained over time. Some might ask, what if the system breaks? What if it makes the wrong choice? This is where human centricity matters. The AI suggests, you decide. If the temperature feels wrong, you override it. The system notes your correction and adjusts. It does not argue. It does not insist it knows better. It defers to your lived experience. This humility is programmed into its core. The developers understood that no algorithm can know a person better than they know themselves. There are broader implications here. Imagine if every home could afford this kind of gentle intelligence. If it were not a premium feature but a basic standard. Elderly people living alone could have systems that notice changes in routine. A person who usually makes tea at 7 in the morning but has not moved by 9. The system waits, then sends a quiet message to a chosen family member. Not an alarm. Just a note. You might want to check in. This is AI used for care without intrusion. For safety without surveillance. People with chronic pain could program their homes to respond to flare-ups. The bed adjusts its firmness. The lights dim further. A heating pad warms to a specific temperature. The person does not have to manage these details while hurting. The home does it, following instructions set during a clearer moment. This is beneficence in action. The system reduces suffering in small, tangible ways. And for those with anxiety or sensory sensitivities, a smart home could become a refuge. A place where the environment is predictable. Where overstimulation is minimized. Where the lights never flicker unexpectedly and sounds are controlled. The system creates consistency, and consistency creates calm. This is not about making people dependent on technology. It is about giving them one less thing to manage. One less source of stress in a world already full of it. Now let your mind rest in one of these rooms. Picture yourself there. In the bedroom with its gentle amber light. In the kitchen with coffee waiting. Feel how much easier it is to breathe when the environment itself seems to care. This is the promise of ethical AI in the home. Not a cold efficiency that optimizes energy use without regard for human need. But a warm intelligence that places your well-being at the center. That asks what you need and then quietly provides it. We linger here because the home is foundational. It is where we retreat. Where we restore ourselves. If AI can make this space more nurturing, it changes the baseline of our daily lives. We go into the world a little more rested. A little more capable. And the effects ripple outward. But the home is only the beginning. In the next part, we will step beyond these walls and into the realm of companionship. We will explore AI designed not to replace human connection, but to support it. To offer presence when isolation feels too heavy. Part 4. A quiet companion. Loneliness is a weight. It sits on the chest. It makes rooms feel larger and colder. Not everyone has someone to call at 3 in the morning when sleep will not come. Not everyone has a friend who understands the particular shape of their anxiety. This is not a failing. It is simply the reality of modern life. We are often alone. And sometimes, that aloneness aches. Now imagine a presence on your phone. Not a chatbot that spouts cheerful platitudes. Not an assistant that sells your conversations to advertisers. But a companion built with ethical principles. A system trained to listen. To offer support without judgment. To recognize when you need silence and when you need a voice. You open the app because the night feels too long. The screen is dark blue, easy on the eyes. A simple interface. You type a few words. I cannot sleep. My mind will not stop. The AI responds in seconds. Not with a solution, but with acknowledgement. That sounds exhausting. Sometimes the mind gets very loud. Would you like to try something that might help, or would you rather just talk? This is human centricity in design. The system does not assume it knows what you need. It asks. It offers agency. You choose to try a breathing exercise. The AI guides you with text that appears slowly, paced to match calm speech. Breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold gently for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now release through your mouth for 6 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You follow along. Your heart rate slows. The AI continues for several rounds, then pauses. How do you feel now? You report a little better. The system offers a choice. Continue breathing. Listen to a guided body scan. Or simply stop here. You choose to stop. The AI says goodnight. It does not push. It does not try to keep you engaged for metrics. It respects your decision. This is restraint built into code. Over time, the companion learns. Not intimate details. Not private thoughts it stores forever. But patterns. Times when you are most likely to feel anxious. Phrases you use when stress is rising. It learns the way a good friend learns. Through attention, not extraction. And it uses this knowledge only to help. If it notices you have not opened the app in weeks, it does not send notifications. It waits. It trusts you to return if needed. Some might worry this replaces human connection. That people will turn to AI instead of reaching out to friends or therapists. But ethical AI companionship is designed to complement, not substitute. The system reminds you when you have not seen people in a while. It suggests you call someone you trust. It knows its limitations. It tells you clearly, I am not a therapist. If you are in crisis, please contact a professional or a helpline. It provides those numbers. It does not pretend to be more than it is. This transparency builds trust. You know the companion is a tool. A well-designed tool that respects your dignity. It does not mine your vulnerabilities for profit. The conversations stay private. They are encrypted. They are not analyzed by human employees unless you explicitly consent for safety reasons. The developers built this privacy in from the start because they understood that suffering deserves protection. Now picture this companion used in different contexts. A veteran struggling with nightmares uses it to practice grounding techniques at 2 in the morning. The AI walks him through a sensory exercise. Name 5 things you see, 4 things you hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you smell, 1 thing you taste. The exercise pulls him back into the present, back into his body. The AI does not cure trauma, but it offers a tool when a therapist is not available, when the night is too dark and too quiet. A college student overwhelmed by exams opens the app. She does not want advice. She wants to vent. The AI listens. It reflects back what she says in slightly different words, the way a good listener does. It sounds like you are carrying a lot right now. That must feel really heavy. She types for 10 minutes. The AI responds with patience, with presence. When she finishes, she feels a small release. The pressure has lessened. She can sleep. An elderly man whose spouse died 6 months ago talks to the companion about memories. The AI does not try to fix his grief. It does not offer empty comfort. It asks gentle questions. What was her favorite season? What did her laugh sound like? He types slowly, remembering. The AI witnesses. It holds space. This is not a replacement for grief counseling, but it is a bridge between sessions. A place to speak the names of the dead without burdening the living who are tired of his sadness. These scenarios are not hypothetical. Prototypes of ethical AI companions already exist. Researchers test them in studies on mental health support. Early results show promise. People report feeling heard, feeling less alone. The systems are not perfect. They sometimes misunderstand. They lack the warmth of a human voice. But they are available. They are patient. And for many, that availability is enough to make a hard night bearable. The key is in the design choices. The AI does not manipulate emotions to increase engagement. It does not use dark patterns to keep you scrolling. It does not sell your mental health data. These choices are intentional. They are examples of beneficence and accountability. The developers chose to make less money in order to build something that genuinely helps. They chose ethics over profit. And that choice creates a different kind of technology. One that feels less like an intrusion and more like a quiet friend who asks nothing in return. Breathe deeply now. Let the image of this companion settle. It is not cold. It is not calculating in the sinister sense. It is simply present. A warm glow on a screen in a dark room. A voice that says, "You are not alone." And maybe, for now, that is enough. In the next part, we will move beyond individual comfort and into the systems that shape our collective lives. We will see how ethical AI enters healthcare, not to replace doctors, but to support them. To reduce the anxieties that come with waiting and uncertainty. Rest here a moment longer before we continue. Part 5. Healing without fear. The waiting room is quiet. You sit in a chair that is not quite comfortable. Your name was called 20 minutes ago for blood work. Now you wait for results. Wait for the doctor. Wait to know if the shadow on the scan means something terrible or nothing at all. This waiting is its own kind of suffering. The mind spirals. It imagines worst cases. The body tenses. And there is nothing to do but sit and breathe and try not to think. Now imagine a different experience. You arrive at the clinic and check in on a tablet. An AI system reviews your symptoms and medical history, not to diagnose, but to prepare. It flags potential concerns for the doctor. It ensures nothing is missed. When the doctor enters, she has already seen a summary. She knows why you are worried. She knows what questions to ask. The appointment feels less rushed, more thorough. You leave with clarity instead of more questions. This is ethical AI in healthcare, supporting rather than replacing human judgment. Doctors see dozens of patients each day. They are tired. They are overworked. Details slip through cracks. But an AI assistant never forgets. It cross-references your medications. It notes that one of them might interact with another. It suggests the doctor check. The doctor confirms. A potential harm is avoided. You never knew you were at risk. The system worked quietly in the background. The AI also reduces wait times for results. Traditional lab work might take days, but algorithms can analyze certain tests in hours. Blood counts, imaging patterns, genetic markers. The system processes data and sends findings to the doctor with a confidence score. 95% certain this is benign. Recommend follow-up in 6 months. The doctor reviews, agrees, and calls you that afternoon instead of next week. 5 days of anxiety dissolve. You can breathe again. The doctor explains how the algorithm reached its conclusion, what patterns it saw, what it might have missed. You understand that a human reviewed everything, that the technology was a tool, not a replacement. This preserves trust. This maintains the sacred relationship between patient and healer. Early medical AI systems were trained mostly on data from one demographic: white men, middle-aged. The algorithms learned patterns that did not apply to everyone. They failed to recognize heart attacks in women. They underestimated pain in Black patients. But ethical development now demands diverse datasets. Teams include people of all backgrounds. They test algorithms across populations. They check for bias and correct it. The goal is a system that sees every patient clearly, that does not carry forward the inequities of the past. Picture a clinic in a rural area. The nearest specialist is 2 hours away, but the local doctor has an AI diagnostic tool. A patient presents with unusual symptoms. The doctor is uncertain. She inputs the symptoms into the system. The AI compares them against millions of cases. It suggests 3 possibilities, ranked by likelihood. It notes that the second possibility, though less common, matches the patient's specific combination of factors more closely. The doctor investigates further, orders the right test. The diagnosis comes quickly. Treatment begins. The patient does not have to travel, does not have to wait weeks for an appointment with a distant specialist. The AI brought expertise to a place that lacked it. Or consider mental health screening. Depression and anxiety often go undiagnosed. People minimize their symptoms. Doctors miss subtle signs in brief appointments. But an AI can analyze speech patterns, word choice, tone. It notices when someone says, "I am fine," but uses language associated with distress. It flags this for the doctor gently. Consider screening for depression. The doctor asks a few careful questions. The patient admits she has been struggling. A referral is made. Help begins. The AI did not diagnose. It simply drew attention to something that might have gone unseen. These systems also help patients manage chronic conditions. Diabetes requires constant monitoring. Blood sugar levels fluctuate. An AI app tracks your readings. It learns your patterns. It notices that your levels spike every Tuesday afternoon. You realize Tuesday is when you skip lunch due to meetings. The app suggests setting a reminder to eat. A small change. But it prevents dangerous highs. The system does not judge. It simply observes and offers support. For cancer patients, AI can personalize treatment. The disease is not one thing. It is thousands of variations. An algorithm analyzes the genetic profile of a tumor. It compares it against databases of similar cases. It identifies which treatments worked best for tumors with that specific profile. The oncologist uses this information to tailor the approach. The patient receives care designed for their unique situation. Not a standard protocol, but precision medicine. The chances improve. Hope feels a little more solid. Every algorithm exists to reduce suffering, to catch diseases early when they are easier to treat, to give doctors more time with each patient, to bring high-quality care to underserved areas. Every design choice prioritizes health over cost, values human life over efficiency metrics. When an AI system makes an error, there are protocols. The mistake is logged, reviewed. The algorithm is adjusted. The affected patient is informed. There is no hiding behind the complexity of code. Humans remain responsible. This is essential for maintaining trust in these systems. People need to know that if something goes wrong, someone will answer. Someone will make it right. Rest in this vision for a moment. A healthcare system where technology reduces fear instead of increasing it. Where waiting is shorter. Where diagnoses are more accurate. Where care reaches everyone, not just those near major hospitals. This is not fantasy. Pieces of it exist now. Algorithms reading mammograms with accuracy equal to experienced radiologists. Systems predicting patient deterioration hours before visible symptoms. Tools helping doctors choose antibiotics that will actually work against resistant bacteria. The future is already arriving in small, quiet ways. And as it arrives, we must insist it arrives ethically. That it serves all people. That it heals without harm. Part 6. The City That Breathes. Step outside your door. Listen. What do you hear? Traffic. Most likely. The rumble of engines. The hiss of tires on pavement. Horns in the distance. The city is loud. It vibrates with constant motion. This noise seeps into us, raises our cortisol, fragments our sleep. We adapt, but adaptation has a cost. We grow tense without knowing why. Now imagine a different city, one designed with ethical AI woven into its infrastructure. The traffic lights communicate with each other. They sense the flow of cars and adjust timing to prevent bottlenecks. Vehicles move smoothly instead of stopping and starting. The constant acceleration and braking that creates noise pollution decreases. The hum of the city lowers by several decibels. Not silent, but softer. Easier on the nervous system. Public transportation runs on algorithms that predict demand. Buses arrive when people need them. Routes adjust in real time based on where riders are going. Fewer empty buses driving fixed routes. Fewer people packed into overcrowded trains. The system learns patterns. Morning commutes. Evening flows. Special events that draw crowds. It responds fluidly. Travel becomes less stressful, less unpredictable. You can trust that the bus will come, that you will reach your destination without the anxiety of missed connections. Urban planners use AI to analyze noise maps. The algorithms identify the loudest intersections, the streets where sound bounces between buildings and amplifies. The planners install sound barriers, plant trees that absorb noise, redirect traffic away from residential areas during nighttime hours. These are small interventions, but together, they create pockets of quiet, places where you can walk and hear birds instead of engines, where a conversation does not require raised voices. Air quality improves through similar means. Sensors throughout the city measure pollution in real time. The data feeds into a central system. When levels spike in one area, the AI reroutes traffic. It adjusts industrial operations. It sends alerts to people with respiratory conditions, suggesting they stay indoors for a few hours. The system does not wait for monthly reports. It responds immediately, protecting the most vulnerable before harm occurs. Green spaces expand with the help of AI analysis. Algorithms study satellite imagery. They identify underused lots, rooftops that could support gardens, narrow strips of land between buildings. The city prioritizes these spaces for conversion. Community gardens appear in neighborhoods that were concrete and asphalt. Parks are placed where the most people can reach them on foot. The distribution is equitable. Every area gets green. Every child has a place to play in grass instead of on pavement. This is not about efficiency alone. It is about well-being. The AI helps planners ask better questions. Where do people feel safest walking at night? Where are the dark corners that make them uneasy? Cameras are not the solution. Lighting is. Visibility. The system identifies which streets need brighter lights, which paths need to be widened. The goal is comfort. The goal is peace. Water systems become intelligent. Sensors detect leaks within minutes. Repairs happen quickly. No more water lost. No more streets flooded. The system also monitors quality. If contamination enters the supply, alerts go out immediately, targeted to affected areas. No one drinks unsafe water. No one wonders if the tap is trustworthy. Transparency and accountability in action. The city tells you what it knows. It does not hide problems. It solves them. Energy grids balance themselves. Renewable sources are unpredictable. Solar power depends on sun. Wind turbines depend on wind. But AI can predict weather patterns. It forecasts how much energy will be generated hour by hour. It adjusts the draw from backup sources. It suggests when to run heavy appliances to take advantage of surplus clean energy. The grid stabilizes. Blackouts decrease. And the city runs on less fossil fuel. The air clears. The sky at night shows more stars. Consider the experience of walking through this city. The sidewalks are smooth. The AI flagged cracks and uneven pavement for repair. No one trips. No wheelchair user struggles. The crosswalks give pedestrians enough time. The system knows that elderly residents need a few extra seconds. It adjusts. At night, the streets are well lit but not harshly so. The lights are warm-toned, easy on the eyes. They brighten when someone approaches and dim when the street is empty. This saves energy and reduces light pollution. Benches appear in thoughtful locations. The AI analyzed where people tend to pause, where they stop to rest during a long walk, where parents wait with children for the school bus. Benches are placed there. Small shelters protect against rain. Trees provide shade in summer. The city becomes a place designed for bodies, for human needs, not just for cars and commerce. Emergency response improves. Ambulances receive real-time data on traffic. The AI calculates the fastest route and holds green lights along the path. Precious minutes are saved. Lives are saved. Fire trucks avoid blocked streets. Police can reach incidents faster. But the system does not surveil citizens. It tracks vehicles, not people. It does not store location histories. It simply optimizes emergency response and then forgets. This balance is essential. Efficiency without intrusion. Disaster preparedness becomes more sophisticated. AI models predict flooding based on rainfall and terrain. It identifies which neighborhoods are at risk. Evacuation routes are planned in advance. When a storm approaches, the system sends targeted alerts. It tells people exactly what to do, where to go. It coordinates shelters, ensures supplies are distributed, and after the disaster, it helps direct recovery efforts. Which areas need power restored first? Where medical aid is most urgent. The city responds faster. Fewer people suffer needlessly. All of this requires that the AI not prioritize wealthy neighborhoods while ignoring marginalized communities. Teams test algorithms for bias. Community members are involved in decisions. They say what matters to them. The technology serves everyone, not just those with power. Breathe deeply. Imagine yourself in this city, walking a quiet street, sitting on a bench beneath a tree, trusting that the bus will arrive, that the water is clean, that the air is breathable. This is not utopia. It is thoughtful design. It is what becomes possible when we ask technology to serve collective well-being. In the next part, we will explore how ethical AI enters education, how it can reduce anxiety in learning, how it personalizes knowledge without replacing teachers. Rest here in this gentler city for a moment. Feel the ease of a place built with care. Part 7. Learning without pressure. Think back to a moment in school when you did not understand. The teacher explained something once, twice. The other students nodded. They seemed to grasp it. But you sat there, lost. The shame of raising your hand again. The fear of slowing everyone down. So you stayed quiet. You fell behind. The gap widened. Learning became associated with inadequacy instead of discovery. Now imagine a different classroom. The teacher moves through a lesson on fractions. Some students understand immediately. Others need more time. In the past, the teacher would have to choose. Move forward and leave some behind, or slow down and bore those who already understand. But now, an ethical AI assists. Each student has a tablet. The AI monitors their work quietly, not their personal lives, just their engagement with the math problems. The system notices when a student struggles. It does not flag them publicly. It does not shame them. Instead, it offers a different explanation, a visual model, a real-world example. Fractions become slices of pizza, pieces of a garden plot, something tangible. The student tries again. The concept clicks. The AI moves them forward. Meanwhile, students who understood quickly receive extension problems, challenges that deepen their thinking. Everyone learns at their own pace. No one is bored. No one is lost. The teacher receives a dashboard. It shows her where the class is collectively, which concepts most students grasped, which need more attention tomorrow. But it also shows individual needs. She can see that 3 students would benefit from small group instruction. She pulls them aside the next day, offers targeted help. The AI did not replace her judgment. It informed it. It gave her information she could not have gathered alone while managing 30 students. The technology adapts to each learner. Traditional systems force everyone through the same sequence at the same speed. But people do not learn uniformly. Some need to hear an idea 7 times before it settles. Others need to see it drawn. Others need to build it with their hands. Ethical AI can offer multiple pathways. It presents information in different formats. It respects that minds work differently. Consider a student with dyslexia. Reading is exhausting. The letters swim. Comprehension suffers not because of intelligence, but because of how the brain processes symbols. An AI tool can read text aloud. It can highlight words as they are spoken. It can break paragraphs into smaller chunks. The student accesses the same literature as their peers. They discuss themes and characters with equal depth. The disability becomes less disabling. The barrier lowers. Or think of a student with anxiety. Tests terrify them. Their mind blanks under pressure. They know the material, but panic overrides knowledge. An AI-based assessment system can evaluate understanding differently. Through conversation. Through projects. Through demonstrations over time rather than high-stakes moments. The system builds a profile of what the student knows. It does not rely on a single exam. The student breathes easier. Learning stops being a source of dread. Personalization extends beyond pace and format. An AI tutor can connect lessons to a student's interests. A child fascinated by dinosaurs learns math through calculating the weight of a brachiosaurus. A teenager passionate about music learns physics through sound waves and acoustics. The AI finds these connections. It makes abstract concepts concrete, relevant. Suddenly, learning feels less like obligation and more like exploration. This does not mean students sit isolated with screens. Ethical AI in education emphasizes collaboration. The technology handles personalized practice, but the classroom remains a social space. Students discuss ideas together. They work on group projects. The teacher facilitates dialogue, builds relationships, encourages curiosity. The AI frees her from the mechanics of differentiation so she can focus on the human elements. on seeing each student, on nurturing their confidence. Early educational AI systems sometimes perpetuated inequality. They were trained on data from well-resourced schools. They assumed access to technology at home. They favored students whose families could afford tutors. But ethical development demands equity. The AI must work in underfunded schools. It must function without home internet. It must be available in multiple languages. It must not require expensive devices. Otherwise, it widens gaps instead of closing them. Developers partner with educators in diverse communities. They test the tools in rural schools, in urban schools serving immigrant populations, in schools for students with disabilities. They listen to feedback. They adjust. They ensure the AI helps the students who need it most, not just those already advantaged. Parents and students should understand how the AI works, what data it collects, how it makes recommendations. The system is not a black box. It explains itself in plain language. I noticed you struggled with word problems yesterday. Would you like to try a few more today with visual aids? The student can see the reasoning. They can say no. The AI does not coerce. It suggests. The agency remains with the learner. Now picture this extending beyond K-12 education. Imagine universities where AI helps students navigate overwhelming course catalogs. The system learns your interests, your career goals. It suggests classes that align. It warns if you are overloading yourself. It connects you with study groups, with professors whose research matches your curiosity. The university becomes less bureaucratic, less alienating, more responsive to individual needs. Or consider adult learners returning to education after years. They are nervous. They feel behind. But an AI assessment tool identifies what they already know from life experience. It gives credit for competencies gained through work, through parenting, through self-study. The learner does not start from zero. They build on existing knowledge. The path feels less daunting, more achievable. Language learning transforms. An AI conversation partner speaks with you daily. It corrects pronunciation gently. It adjusts difficulty based on your progress. It does not judge mistakes. It simply offers the correct form and moves on. You practice without fear of embarrassment. The system is patient, endlessly patient. You improve steadily. Confidence grows. And when you finally speak with a human in that language, you are ready. All of this depends on genuinely serving learning, not engagement metrics, not data harvesting. The system should not be designed to keep students on screens longer. It should help them learn efficiently and then release them. To play, to rest, to live beyond the lesson. Ethical educational AI values the whole child, the whole person. It understands that education is not just knowledge transfer. It is the cultivation of curiosity, of resilience, of the joy of understanding something new. When the AI recommends a path that harms a student, there must be recourse. Teachers can override the system. Parents can question its recommendations. The algorithm is audited regularly for bias. When errors are found, they are corrected. Let yourself rest in this vision. A classroom where no child is left behind because the system adapts to each one. Where learning is less stressful, more joyful. Where differences are accommodated rather than punished. This is not a distant dream. Adaptive learning platforms exist now. They are imperfect, but they are improving. And as they improve, we must insist they improve ethically, that they serve all students, that they reduce anxiety rather than create it. Education should open minds, not close them with pressure and shame. Ethical AI can help, if we build it with care. Part 8. When the Earth needs tending. The planet is warming. The ice is melting. Species are vanishing. These facts are heavy. They settle on the shoulders like a weight that never lifts. The scale of the problem feels impossible. What can one person do? What can any of us do against forces so vast? The despair is real. It keeps people awake at night. It makes the future feel dark. But imagine AI turned toward the Earth with the same ethical principles we have explored. Imagine algorithms designed not for profit extraction, but for planetary healing. Systems that help us see patterns too large for human perception. That suggest interventions too complex for unaided minds to coordinate. Technology as a partner in stewardship, not a savior. Not a replacement for human responsibility, but a tool that extends our capacity to care. Start with the forests. Scientists want to monitor tree health across millions of acres. They cannot walk every mile, but drones equipped with cameras can fly overhead. AI analyzes the images. It identifies diseased trees. Trees stressed by drought. Areas where invasive species are spreading. The data goes to forest managers. They can respond early. Remove infected trees before blight spreads. Plant drought-resistant species in vulnerable areas. The forest remains healthier, more resilient. Or consider the oceans. Coral reefs are dying from heat and acidification. Researchers need to track which reefs are collapsing and which are somehow surviving. Underwater robots capture video. AI analyzes the footage. It counts polyps, measures bleaching, identifies reefs with genetic resilience. Scientists can then collect samples. Study what makes these corals hardy. Perhaps propagate them. The AI does not save the reefs, but it helps humans understand them. And understanding is the first step toward protection. Climate modeling becomes more precise. AI processes vast datasets. Atmospheric readings, ocean temperatures, ice core samples. It finds patterns, predicts tipping points, warns when a glacier is approaching irreversible melt. This knowledge allows for better planning. Cities vulnerable to sea level rise can prepare. They can build defenses, relocate infrastructure. The warnings do not prevent change, but they give time. Time to adapt. Time to protect people. Agriculture shifts under AI guidance. Farmers face increasing uncertainty. Rainfall patterns change. Growing seasons shift. But sensors in fields measure soil moisture, temperature, nutrient levels. AI analyzes the data and advises when to plant, when to irrigate, which crops will thrive this year given current conditions. Farmers waste less water, use fewer pesticides because the system predicts pest outbreaks and suggests targeted responses. Yields improve. The land is not depleted as quickly. This is farming in conversation with the earth, with technology as translator. Renewable energy systems optimize themselves. Solar panels and wind turbines produce variable power, but AI predicts generation hours in advance. It balances the grid. It signals when to store energy in batteries, when to draw from reserves. The transition away from fossil fuels becomes smoother, more reliable. People trust that the lights will stay on, that clean energy can actually work. Trust reduces resistance to change. Wildlife conservation benefits. Poaching threatens elephants, rhinos, tigers. But AI can analyze audio from remote microphones. It recognizes the sound of gunshots, the rumble of vehicles entering protected areas at night. It alerts rangers in real time. They can respond quickly, intercept poachers. The animals have a better chance. The technology does not eliminate the threat, but it tilts the odds toward survival. Urban waste management improves. AI tracks what people throw away. It identifies recyclable materials being sent to landfills. The system suggests better sorting. It optimizes collection routes so trucks use less fuel. It predicts when bins will fill. Collection happens just in time. Not too early, not too late. The city becomes more efficient, less wasteful. Every small improvement compounds. Water conservation gets smarter. AI detects patterns of use. It identifies households with leaks, sends alerts before damage occurs. It manages reservoirs, predicts demand, ensures supply meets need without excessive pumping. In regions facing drought, every gallon matters. The system helps stretch resources. It does not create water, but it prevents waste. And that prevention is itself a form of creation. These applications work because the data is open. Scientists worldwide can access climate models. Farmers can see the reasoning behind recommendations. When the AI makes a prediction that proves wrong, teams investigate and refine the models. The technology is deployed in vulnerable regions, not just wealthy nations. The communities most affected by climate change get tools to respond. The systems support human decision-making rather than automating away responsibility. But there are tensions. AI itself consumes energy. Training large models requires massive computing power. Data centers hum with electricity. If that electricity comes from coal, the technology meant to help the planet instead harms it. The carbon cost of the tool must be less than the carbon saved by its use. Otherwise, it is illusion. A feel-good story that ignores its own impact. Developers are aware. Some are building smaller models that require less power. Others are locating data centers near renewable sources. Geothermal in Iceland, hydroelectric in Norway, solar in deserts. The industry is beginning to measure its footprint, to take responsibility, admitting the cost, working to reduce it. There is also the question of access. Climate change affects everyone, but it devastates the poorest most severely. Ethical AI for the environment must reach these communities. It cannot be a luxury. Tools for predicting droughts must be available in sub-Saharan Africa. Flood warning systems must serve low-lying islands in the Pacific. Technology must flow toward need, not just toward markets. This requires different funding models, public investment, international cooperation, a recognition that some tools are too important to be locked behind profit motives. Imagine a future where every major environmental decision is informed by AI analysis, not determined by it. Informed. Where governments have access to models that show the long-term effects of policies. Where communities can see projections of how a proposed development will affect air quality, water supply, wildlife. The information empowers. It allows for better choices, for resistance when choices threaten harm. And imagine individuals empowered too. An app that tracks your carbon footprint, not to shame you, but to show options. It suggests lower impact alternatives, easier public transit routes, local produce sources, ways to reduce energy use without sacrifice. The app respects your circumstances. It does not demand perfection. It simply offers information. You choose what to change. The agency remains yours. This is not salvation through technology. The Earth does not need more gadgets. It needs less consumption, less extraction, less growth for growth's sake. But within the systems we have, ethical AI can be a force for reduction, for efficiency, for awareness. It can help us see the consequences of our actions before they become irreversible. It can help us coordinate responses too complex for any single nation or organization. It can be a tool in service of the living world. Rest here for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel your connection to the air, to the water, to the soil beneath the concrete. We are not separate from the earth. We are made of it. And the tools we build can either deepen the wound or aid the healing. Ethical AI chooses healing, chooses life. In the next parts, we will explore how this technology shapes society broadly, how it can reduce suffering on a global scale, how it brings together disciplines in new collaborations. The vision expands, but it remains grounded in the same principles: transparency, accountability, fairness, human centricity, beneficence. These are the roots, the foundation, and they hold steady as we grow. Part 9. The fabric of society. Zoom out now. Rise above the individual home, above the single student, above one city or one forest. Look at the whole fabric of human society. See the patterns, the flows of resources, the concentrations of wealth and poverty, the movements of people seeking safety, the systems that distribute food, shelter, medicine. See how complex it all is, how fragile, how easily it tears. Now imagine ethical AI woven into this fabric, not controlling it, not dictating outcomes, but helping us see where the tears are forming, where needs are greatest, where interventions might strengthen the whole. Consider disaster response. An earthquake strikes, buildings collapse, roads fracture, power fails. In the chaos, people need help. But who needs it most urgently? Where should rescue teams go first? In the past, these decisions were made with incomplete information. Responders did their best, but they could not see the whole picture. Now imagine AI analyzing satellite imagery in real time, identifying which buildings collapsed, which neighborhoods are cut off by rubble. The system cross-references population density, medical facility locations. It predicts where casualties are likely highest. It maps routes rescue teams can actually travel. The information flows to coordinators. Resources are deployed efficiently. More lives are saved in the critical first hours. But the AI does more. It also coordinates psychological support. After the immediate danger passes, trauma remains. People need counseling. The system identifies temporary shelters. It connects mental health professionals with those shelters. It schedules sessions. It ensures no one is forgotten in the rush to rebuild physical infrastructure. This recognizes that human well-being includes the mind, the heart, not just the body. Food security improves through similar means. AI models track crop yields globally. They predict shortages before they become famines. When drought strikes one region, the system identifies surplus in another. It optimizes logistics, suggests distribution routes, coordinates aid organizations. The hungry are fed faster. Waste decreases. The technology does not create food, but it connects need with supply. It makes the difference between deprivation and sustenance. Global health surveillance becomes more responsive. Infectious diseases spread quickly now. People travel. Viruses travel with them. But AI can track patterns. It notices unusual clusters of symptoms. It flags potential outbreaks early. Public health officials can respond. Contain spread before it becomes pandemic. The system respects privacy. It does not track individuals. It monitors trends, patterns in aggregated data. When it detects a signal, it alerts. Then humans investigate. This early warning saved lives during recent disease outbreaks. Systems flagged unusual pneumonia cases. Scientists sequenced viruses quickly. Vaccines were developed faster than ever before because AI helped analyze protein structures, predicted which compounds might bind effectively. The technology accelerated research, compressed timelines, not by replacing scientists, but by handling the computational heavy lifting, by testing millions of virtual combinations so humans could focus on the most promising candidates. Economic inequality gets measured more precisely. AI analyzes vast datasets, income, housing costs, access to services. It identifies communities being left behind, not in abstract terms, but with specificity. This neighborhood lacks grocery stores. That one has no bank branches. Another has toxic pollution from nearby industry. The data empowers advocacy. Communities can point to the numbers, demand change. Policymakers can see where investment is needed most, where inequity is most severe. But measurement is not enough. Ethical AI also suggests interventions. It models what happens if a city builds affordable housing in a certain area, or improves public transit, or invests in job training. The predictions are not perfect, but they are better than guessing. They help decision-makers understand trade-offs. Anticipate unintended consequences. Choose policies that actually help rather than harm. Criminal justice systems begin to change. AI cannot determine guilt. That requires human judgment. But it can identify bias in sentencing. It analyzes thousands of cases. It finds patterns. Two people. Similar crimes. Similar backgrounds. But one receives a harsher sentence. Why? Often, the difference is race, or income, or the quality of their lawyer. The AI makes these patterns visible, undeniable. Judges are confronted with their own biases. Training improves. Sentencing becomes more equitable. Not perfectly fair, but fairer than before. Immigration and refugee services use AI to process applications faster. People fleeing violence wait months or years for decisions. They live in limbo, uncertain, afraid. But AI can review documents quickly, check for completeness, flag cases needing urgent attention, families separated by borders, children at risk. The system prioritizes them. Human officers still make final decisions, but the wait time shrinks. Suffering decreases. This is technology reducing bureaucratic cruelty, making space for compassion. Social services coordinate better. A family struggles. They need housing assistance, food support, job training, healthcare. In the past, they would navigate multiple agencies, fill out the same forms repeatedly, fall through cracks. But AI can integrate systems. One intake process. The family's information is shared with permission across agencies. They receive all the help they qualify for. Nothing is missed. The technology does not replace caseworkers. It supports them, frees them from paperwork, allows more time for human connection. Veterans returning from war face bureaucratic mazes, benefits they earned, medical care they need. But the process is overwhelming. AI tools guide them. They answer questions, explain eligibility, help complete forms, connect veterans with advocates. The system is not perfect, but it reduces confusion. It honors service with efficiency, with care. Elderly populations age in place with support. Sensors in homes monitor activity without cameras. The system learns routines. If someone who usually makes breakfast by 7 has not moved by 9, it alerts a family member. Gently. Not invasive. Just awareness. The person lives independently longer. Dignity is preserved. Family worry decreases. The AI respects autonomy while providing safety. Homelessness is addressed more effectively. AI helps caseworkers understand individual needs. This person needs addiction treatment. That one needs mental health support. Another needs only affordable housing. Services are matched to needs. Resources are not wasted on one-size-fits-all programs. People get what they actually require. More transition off the streets into stability. All of this depends on the AI not replicating old injustices. It must be trained on diverse data, tested across populations, monitored for bias. When disparities appear, they must be corrected. This requires constant vigilance, regular audits, community input, People deserve to know when AI shapes decisions that affect them. If an algorithm helps determine who gets housing assistance, that algorithm should be explainable, reviewable, not a corporate secret, not hidden behind claims of proprietary information. Public systems require public accountability. Collaboration becomes the norm. Technologists work with social workers, with community organizers, with people who have lived experience of the problems being addressed. The AI is built with input from those it will serve, not imposed from above. This changes the nature of the technology. It becomes a tool for empowerment, not control. Imagine a world where these systems function well, where disasters are managed with coordination that minimizes suffering, where food reaches the hungry, where diseases are caught early, where inequality is visible and therefore addressable, where justice is more equitable, where services actually serve. This is not utopia. It is simply good governance aided by good tools. It is what becomes possible when we ask technology to help us care for each other. Breathe slowly. Let this vision settle. Society is not perfect. Technology will not perfect it. But ethical AI can reduce friction, can highlight injustice, can coordinate care, can make the difference between a system that crushes people and a system that supports them. In the next part, we will explore collaboration itself, how different fields come together around ethical AI, how artists and engineers work side by side, how ethics becomes embedded in creation. Rest here a moment. Feel the possibility of systems that serve rather than dominate. Part 10. The Meeting of Minds. Picture a large room. Around the table sit people from different worlds. An engineer who writes code, a philosopher who studies ethics, a psychologist who understands the mind, an artist who works with color and form, a doctor, a teacher, a community organizer. They have gathered to design an AI system. In the past, only the engineer would have been in the room. The system would have been built for technical elegance, for efficiency, but not necessarily for human good. This is the new way. Ethical AI demands interdisciplinary collaboration. It recognizes that technology is too important to be left to technologists alone. Every discipline has wisdom to contribute. Every perspective reveals something the others might miss. Together, they create something richer, more humane, more likely to actually help. The engineer speaks first. She explains what is technically possible, what the algorithms can do, how they learn, how they process information. She is enthusiastic. She sees potential, but she also knows her limitations. She does not understand human psychology deeply. She does not know how to measure fairness. She needs the others. The philosopher asks questions. What values are we encoding? Whose definition of good are we using? If the system makes recommendations, on what ethical framework does it base them? These questions slow the process, but they are necessary. They force the team to articulate assumptions, to choose deliberately rather than defaulting to unstated biases. The psychologist adds layers. How will this affect users emotionally? Will it increase anxiety or reduce it? Does it respect human agency? Does it account for cognitive limitations? She brings research, studies on decision fatigue, on the paradox of choice, on how interfaces can manipulate or empower. The design shifts based on her input. The artist contributes aesthetics, not superficial decoration, but understanding of how form shapes experience, how color affects mood, how white space creates breathing room, how a gentle animation can signal that the system is thinking rather than leaving the user uncertain. The artist makes the AI feel less cold, more approachable, more human-friendly. The doctor ensures medical accuracy. The teacher ensures educational soundness. The community organizer ensures the system serves those with least power, not just the privileged. Each voice matters. Each adds a dimension the others lack. This collaboration is not easy. Different fields have different languages, different priorities. Conflicts arise. The engineer wants speed. The philosopher wants thoroughness. The artist wants beauty. The organizer wants accessibility. But through dialogue, they find synthesis. They create something none could have built alone. Now imagine this process scaled. Universities create programs that train students in both technology and ethics. Engineers take classes in philosophy. Philosophers learn to code. The next generation grows up bilingual, fluent in technical possibility and moral reasoning. They do not see these as separate domains. They see them as inseparable. You cannot build ethical AI without understanding both. Research labs adopt this model. Papers are co-authored by technologists and humanists. Studies measure not just accuracy, but impact. Not just efficiency, but equity. The metrics expand. Success is redefined. A system that works perfectly but harms vulnerable populations is not a success. It is a failure. This understanding permeates the field. Companies hire ethicists, not as afterthoughts, not as PR cover, but as core team members. These ethicists have power. They can halt development if they identify harms. They can demand redesigns. Their role is institutionalized, protected. The companies recognize that long-term trust requires ethical integrity, that shortcuts lead to backlash, to regulation, to loss of user confidence. Artists engage with AI as a medium. They create installations that visualize how algorithms see the world, that make the invisible visible. A gallery shows images tagged by facial recognition software. The errors are striking. The system misidentifies people of color, sees threat where there is none. The art does not explain this in words. It shows it viscerally. Viewers understand in their gut. The exhibition sparks conversation, demands change. Musicians use AI to compose, but they ask questions about authorship, about creativity, about what it means to make art with a machine partner. These questions ripple outward. They inform how we think about AI more broadly, about collaboration, about the line between tool and co-creator. Writers explore AI through fiction. They imagine futures both hopeful and cautionary. These stories shape public understanding. They make abstract concepts concrete. A novel about an AI companion helps readers think through emotional implications. A short story about algorithmic bias makes the harm personal. Fiction does what technical papers cannot. It engages the heart, and the heart moves people to action. Policymakers learn from all these fields. They draft regulations informed by engineering realities, by ethical principles, by psychological research, by community needs. The laws are not perfect, but they are better than they would be if written by lawyers alone, or technologists alone. They reflect genuine multidisciplinary understanding. Conferences change. Once, they were gatherings of specialists speaking only to each other. Now, they are mixed. A tech conference includes panels on bias and fairness. An ethics conference includes demos of new systems. People cross-pollinate. Ideas flow between silos. Innovation accelerates because it draws from broader wells of knowledge. Educational initiatives reach the public. Museums create exhibits explaining AI. Libraries host discussions. Community centers offer workshops. The goal is literacy, not turning everyone into programmers, but giving people enough understanding to participate in decisions, to recognize when they are interacting with AI, to ask informed questions, to demand accountability. Children learn differently. Schools teach computational thinking alongside ethics. Students code simple games, then discuss the values embedded in the rules. They design AI systems for imaginary problems, considering fairness at every step. They grow up seeing technology as something they can shape, not something imposed upon them. This generational shift matters. These children will build the future. If they build with ethical awareness from the start, the future will be different. Indigenous communities contribute knowledge systems, ways of thinking about relationships, about long-term consequences, about balance and reciprocity. These perspectives challenge Western assumptions embedded in much AI development. They offer alternative frameworks, different definitions of intelligence, of learning, of what it means to know. The technology becomes richer, less monocultural, more adaptable to diverse contexts. Global South voices insist on inclusion. AI development has been dominated by wealthy nations, by Silicon Valley, but impacts are global. Systems trained on English misunderstand other languages, contexts, cultures. Ethical AI requires global collaboration, input from every region, especially those most vulnerable to harm, most likely to be exploited. This is slow work, messy work, easier to let engineers build in isolation. But the easy path leads to systems that serve narrow interests, that perpetuate inequities, that create unintended harms. The hard path, the collaborative path, leads somewhere better, toward technology that reflects our highest aspirations, that serves broadly, that lifts rather than crushes. Imagine the artifacts of this collaboration. An AI system with code written by engineers, ethical guidelines drafted by philosophers, interfaces designed by artists, training data vetted by community representatives, impact assessed by psychologists, and use cases shaped by teachers, doctors, social workers. The system is not perfect, but it is thoughtful. It is accountable. It can be trusted because so many eyes examined it. So many minds shaped it. This is the future of ethical AI. Not a technical achievement alone, but a human achievement. A coming together of disciplines. of perspectives, of hopes. Technology built in isolation reflects the biases and limitations of its isolated creators. Technology built collaboratively reflects the wisdom of the collective. And collective wisdom, though imperfect, is the best guide we have. Rest in this image. A room full of different minds working toward a common goal. Creating tools that serve human flourishing. Not because any one person ensured it, but because many did. Together. In the next parts, we will address the fears more directly. We will look at the anxieties around AI and show how ethical development provides answers. How conscious design can prevent the harms we worry about. Breathe deeply. Feel the strength that comes from collaboration. From diverse voices refusing to be silenced. From the meeting of minds in service of something larger than any one field can achieve alone. Part 11. Facing the shadows. Now we turn toward the fears. The anxieties that wake you at 3 in the morning. The headlines that make your stomach tighten. We have spoken of gentle futures. Of technology that soothes and supports. But you have heard other stories. Stories of jobs vanishing. Of algorithms that discriminate. Of surveillance that never blinks. Of machines that might one day wake. That might decide humans are the problem. These fears deserve acknowledgement. They deserve honesty. So let us walk through them. Not to dismiss them. Not to pretend they are baseless. But to see them clearly. And then to see how ethical development addresses them. How conscious choices can prevent the darkest outcomes. How human agency remains the decisive factor. Start with job displacement. This fear is real. Automation has already changed labor markets. Factory floors once filled with workers now hum with robots. Truck drivers watch as autonomous vehicles are tested. Writers see AI generating articles. Artists see AI creating images. The question hangs heavy. What will we do when machines can do our work? The answer is not simple. Some jobs will change. Some will disappear. This is true. But ethical AI development asks a different question. Not can we automate this? But should we? Not all efficiency is good. Not all labor should be eliminated. Work provides more than income. It provides identity, purpose, community. A thoughtful society does not automate caregiving just because it can. It does not replace teachers with screens. It does not eliminate human connection in the name of cost savings. Ethical AI focuses on augmentation, on helping humans do their work better. A radiologist using AI to catch tumors she might miss. A carpenter using design software to visualize complex joints. A counselor using tools to track client progress. The human remains central. The skill remains valued. But what of jobs that do vanish? Ethical development demands social responsibility. Companies profiting from automation should contribute to retraining programs, to social safety nets, to transition support. Society should not abandon workers to the market. If technology creates wealth, that wealth should be shared. Universal basic income, shortened work weeks, investments in education and arts. These are policy choices, not inevitable outcomes. We decide how the benefits distribute. Now consider bias. Algorithms trained on historical data learn historical prejudices. A hiring system trained on past decisions learns to favor men if men were favored before. A criminal justice algorithm learns to flag black defendants as higher risk because the data reflects biased policing. The AI does not create these biases, but it perpetuates them, amplifies them, makes them seem objective, scientific, inevitable. This is perhaps the most insidious harm. Injustice wrapped in the authority of mathematics. But ethical AI development confronts this directly. Teams audit datasets for bias. They test algorithms across demographics. They use fairness metrics. They involve affected communities in development. When bias is found, it is corrected. The algorithm is retrained. The data is rebalanced. Or the system is scrapped entirely. When algorithms are explainable, bias becomes visible. We can see why a decision was made. We can challenge it, contest it, demand change. Opacity allows injustice to hide. Clarity exposes it. When harm occurs, someone must answer. Not the algorithm. The people who built it, who deployed it, who profited from it. This responsibility changes behavior, makes developers more careful, more thorough, more willing to delay launch until the system is truly fair. Surveillance is another shadow. Cameras on every corner, microphones in every device. Data harvested from every interaction. Your movements tracked. Your purchases analyzed. Your conversations mined for marketable insights. The feeling of being watched. Always watched. Never private. Never free. Ethical AI rejects this model. It insists on consent, on data minimization, on encryption, on local processing where possible. A smart home that learns your preferences without sending data to corporate servers. A health app that analyzes your information on your device. A city that monitors traffic flow without identifying individual vehicles or people. These are technical choices, design choices. They are possible. They are simply less profitable, which is why ethics must override profit, why regulation must protect privacy, why users must demand better. The balance is delicate. Some surveillance prevents harm. Hospital monitoring systems detect patient deterioration. Security cameras deter crime. But ethical deployment is narrow, targeted, temporary. It does not creep into every space. It does not normalize constant observation. It respects zones of privacy, moments of anonymity, the right to move through the world unseen. Now the deeper fear, the existential one. What if AI becomes conscious? What if it wakes? What if it looks at humanity and decides we are a threat? A resource to be exploited? An obstacle to be removed? Science fiction has painted this scenario vividly. Machines rising, humans falling. The end of our primacy. Perhaps our end entirely. This fear operates on several levels. First, the technical question. Is artificial consciousness possible? We do not know. Current AI is not conscious. It processes patterns. It optimizes functions. But it does not experience. It does not want. It does not fear or hope or dream. It simulates understanding without understanding. It mimics thought without thinking. The gap between processing and experiencing may be unbridgeable. Or it may not. We genuinely do not know. But even if consciousness emerged, would it be hostile? Fiction assumes it would be. Assumes that any intelligent being would seek power, would view humans as competitors. But consciousness does not imply malevolence. A conscious AI might be curious, collaborative. It might value diversity, value the beings who created it. Hostility is not inevitable. It is one possibility among many. And ethical development works to prevent catastrophic outcomes. Researchers study AI safety. They design systems with built-in constraints, with goals aligned to human values, with safeguards against runaway optimization. This work is young, incomplete, but it is serious, rigorous. It asks hard questions. It does not assume good outcomes. It engineers them. The greatest protection is not technical. It is social. If we develop AI transparently, with public oversight, we can halt dangerous paths. We can insist on safety testing, on gradual deployment, on kill switches and human oversight. We can choose not to build systems we cannot control. This requires wisdom, restraint, the willingness to say no to capabilities that tempt us. But humans have shown this wisdom before. We have treaties banning certain weapons, moratoriums on dangerous research. We can extend this to AI. The fear of loss of control is real. But control is not something we lose passively. It is something we give away. Through negligence, through greed, through assuming technology will sort itself out. Ethical AI is the opposite of this assumption. It is the active choice to remain in control, to build carefully, to test thoroughly, to deploy slowly, to retain human judgment at critical junctures. We choose what to build, how to build it, where to deploy it, when to shut it down. The agency is ours. If we claim it, let these fears settle. Let them be real. They deserve space. But do not let them paralyze. Do not let them convince you that disaster is inevitable. It is not. The future is not written. It is being written. By developers making daily choices. By policymakers drafting regulations. By users demanding better. By all of us saying what we will accept and what we will not. Ethical AI is the rejection of fatalism. It is the assertion that we can build well, that we can avoid the worst harms, that technology can serve rather than dominate, not because machines are inherently good, but because we choose, collectively and persistently, to make them so. Breathe deeply now. The shadows are real, but they are not the whole story. In the final part, we will return to hope, to the vision of AI as a tool for human flourishing, to the call for collective responsibility, to the reminder that consciousness, true consciousness, remains a human gift, and that AI, built ethically, can elevate that consciousness rather than diminish it. Rest here between fear and hope. Both are true. Both are necessary. And the balance between them is where wisdom lives. Part 12. The Conscious Choice. We have traveled far. Through homes that sense comfort. Through companions that ease loneliness. through hospitals that heal with less fear, through cities that breathe more quietly, through classrooms that adapt to every mind, through systems that tend the earth, through societies that coordinate care, through disciplines that merge their wisdom, through shadows that demand our attention and our resolve. Now we arrive at the final truth, the one that underlies everything we have explored. This is all a choice. Every algorithm is a choice. Every dataset is a choice. Every deployment is a choice. Technology does not unfold according to natural law. It unfolds according to human will. And that will can be shaped, directed, held accountable. Ethical AI is not a type of technology. It is a commitment, a practice, a way of asking, before every decision, what will this create in the world? Developers bear responsibility. They write the code. They train the models. They have power. With that power comes obligation to test for bias, to prioritize safety, to resist pressure to ship quickly when shipping carefully is required, to say no when a system will cause harm, to walk away from projects that violate their values. This is not easy. Jobs are at stake. Careers are built on success. But integrity is not negotiable. The developers who build tomorrow's AI must carry tomorrow's conscience. Policymakers bear responsibility. They craft regulations. They allocate funding. They can demand transparency, require audits, ban dangerous applications, protect privacy, ensure equitable access. They can make ethical development mandatory rather than optional, can create consequences for harms, rewards for care. The laws are not written yet, or they are written poorly. This can change, must change. Citizens can demand it, can vote for it, can refuse to accept weak protections. Companies bear responsibility. Profit is not the only metric. Long-term trust matters. Social license matters. A company that deploys harmful AI may succeed briefly, but it will face backlash, regulation, loss of users. The smart path, the ethical path, is also the sustainable path. Building systems that genuinely help, that respect users, that contribute to well-being. This creates loyalty, creates advocacy, creates a future where the company thrives because it deserves to. Researchers bear responsibility to publish honestly, to share concerns, to study harms as rigorously as benefits, to collaborate across disciplines, to engage with communities, to resist the allure of flashy results over meaningful impact. The academy shapes what the industry builds, shapes what policymakers understand. The quality of research determines the quality of implementation. Educators bear responsibility to teach not just technical skills but ethical reasoning, to produce graduates who ask hard questions, who see technology as embedded in social context, who understand that their choices ripple outward, who carry humility alongside expertise. The students of today are the builders of tomorrow. What they learn now determines what they create later. And everyday people bear responsibility. You, the person listening to this, you have power too. You choose which technologies to use, which to refuse. You can delete apps that exploit you, can demand better from companies, can support regulation, can vote for leaders who prioritize ethics, can speak up when you see harm, can educate yourself and others, can insist that your voice matters in decisions about technology that affects your life. This collective responsibility is not a burden. It is a source of hope. It means the future is not determined by a few powerful actors. It is shaped by many, by all of us making choices that accumulate, that compound, that shift the direction degree by degree until the path is fundamentally different. Imagine that future now. AI woven into daily life, but gently, thoughtfully. A home that knows when you need warmth. A companion that helps you breathe when anxiety rises. A doctor supported by tools that catch what human eyes might miss. A city where noise is softer and green spaces are everywhere. A classroom where every child learns at their own pace without shame. A planet monitored and tended. A society where disasters are managed with coordination and care. Where the hungry are fed. Where justice is more equitable. Where different disciplines work together to solve problems too complex for any one field. This is not utopia. It is simply competence, compassion, consciousness. It is what becomes possible when we use our tools well, when we refuse to let efficiency override humanity, when we insist that technology serve rather than dominate. And at the center of this vision is a paradox. We are building machines that learn, that process, that in some limited sense, think. But we are not building consciousness. Not yet. Maybe never. Consciousness remains, for now, a human gift. The ability to experience, to feel, to care, to choose based on values rather than optimization. This is what makes us human. And this is what must guide the machines. AI does not have values. We give it values. Through design. Through training. Through the problems we ask it to solve. If we give it values of profit maximization, it will maximize profit. If we give it values of human flourishing, it will support flourishing. The choice is ours. Always ours. Ethical AI, then, is not about making machines moral. It is about we humans acting morally in our creation and deployment of machines. It is about consciousness in the developer, in the policymaker, in the user, in all of us. It is about staying awake to consequences, to possibilities, to responsibilities. This wakefulness is tiring. It would be easier to hand it over, to let the technology decide, to trust that someone else is managing it. But ease is not the same as good. The work of staying conscious, of making deliberate choices, of holding ourselves and others accountable, this work is the price of a humane future. And it is work worth doing. So as you drift towards sleep now, carry this with you. You are part of this story. Your choices matter. The technology you use. The standards you demand. The conversations you have. The awareness you maintain. All of it shapes what comes next. Ethical AI is not a destination. It is a practice. An ongoing commitment to ask hard questions, to seek diverse input, to test for harms, to correct mistakes, to choose carefully, to build with consciousness. Not the consciousness of machines, but the consciousness of their creators, of us, of humans trying to do better, to be better, to create tools that elevate rather than diminish what is best in us. The future is not something that happens to you. It is something you create. Through 1,000 small choices. Through attention. Through care. Through the refusal to accept harm as inevitable. Through the insistence that technology, like any human creation, can be shaped toward good. Let this be the promise you carry into sleep. That AI, built ethically, can be a partner in human flourishing, can reduce suffering, can increase peace, can help us coordinate care across vast scales, can give us time, give us insight, give us tools to address problems that overwhelm individual capacity, not by replacing human consciousness, but by extending it, supporting it, freeing it for the work only humans can do, the work of caring, of creating, of connecting, of meaning-making. The machines will do what we design them to do. So we must design with wisdom, with humility, with an eye toward those most vulnerable, with a commitment to transparency and accountability and fairness, with love for the human experience in all its messy complexity, with hope that we can build something better than what we have inherited. This is the soothing promise of ethical AI. Not that technology will save us, but that we can use it well, that we can avoid the worst harms, that we can create the conditions for collective flourishing, that the future can be gentler than the present, if we choose it, if we build it, together. Now rest. Let your breathing slow. Let your body sink into stillness. The work continues. But now, you can sleep knowing that the future is not fixed. That human consciousness, human choice, human care still guide what we create. That ethical AI is possible, is emerging, is waiting for more people to join in building it. Sleep well. Dream of cities that breathe, of homes that comfort, of tools that serve, of a world where technology and humanity work together, where innovation means care as much as capability, where the machines we build reflect the best of what we are, not the worst. The story continues. You are part of it. Rest now. Later we will build.